Hi, welcome to Vicky Makes and Builds. As you can probably tell, I've got a puzzle haul for you today. Lots of lovely puzzles to show you, lots of lovely generous gifts as well. So I'm not going to talk for too long, I'm just going to dive right in and show you what I have been collecting over the last couple of months. So, oh gosh, right, let's start with these at the front. So, these, you might notice, are flat. We'll start with this one. This one has been flattened because it was sent in the post from America. This was a gifted puzzle from Betty, and Betty surprised me with this one. She did say that something was coming, she wanted to send it to me, but I had no idea what it was, and when it came I was like, oh, this is interesting, like a really interesting puzzle. So this is called a Schmuzzle puzzle, which I had not heard of before I saw this one. Basically with Schmuzzle puzzles you have an image, which is this one here, which is, it's like rocks and leaves, but on the back you have, it's like salamander shaped pieces. And I'm just going to pull it out because it came assembled and it holds together really well. It comes in like a frame. You can kind of build it within a frame. So there's the back, and they're all yellow salamanders. They've got like a little spotted pattern, but the pieces are all the same shape. Now you can interlock them in more than one way, and you can make patterns with them and come up with ideas for different shapes and things like that. So that's the idea behind the double-sided nature of it. You can actually kind of have fun with these. There's also ones with different images and different coloured salamanders. So I think you can get, if I just look at the back of this, you can also get red and blue, and it shows you on the back some of the ideas that you can do to make different shapes and things. And you can, because they're all the same shape, you can mix yellow with red with green and blue. So it's a really interesting concept, and I've never done anything quite like it before. So I'm looking forward to giving this one a go, the Schmuzzle puzzle, and this was gifted from Betty. Thank you so much, Betty. I'm going to just slide that back in there. Now this one here has been flattened. This is actually the lid of a puzzle that was gifted to me from Sybil, one of my channel members. Sybil sent me this one and also another puzzle which I'm going to show you shortly. The other puzzle the box hasn't been flattened, but this was quite a big box, and it's come from a long way. It's come from America again. So just, you know, in order to make the package a little bit smaller, it was flattened out, but that's absolutely fine. I've got the image, I've got the puzzle, which is all sealed, and that's great. This one's called Autumn by the Shore. They're both dragon puzzles, which, as you know, is right up my street, and it's a Sun's Out puzzle. Now I have done one Sun's Out puzzle before. It was called Smoky Mountain Cats. Quite a big puzzle, but it had large pieces, and that was standard shaped pieces, but this one is random cut. So I'm looking forward to giving this one a try. It's a dragon, and it's reading a book, and it's on the beach, and there's these lovely autumn trees behind it, and it just looks really content and happy just reading its book. And the artwork is by Ed Beard Jr. So that one is the Sun's Out puzzle. Then the other one that Sybil sent me was this one here, which looks really fun. Dragons again. It's a glow-in-the-dark puzzle, and it's called Dragon's Hoard, and it is by Masterpieces. This is a brand I've never done before. Not tried it at all. I've definitely heard of it, but I haven't tried it. No idea what a Masterpieces puzzle is like. The box is sealed on this one. It's a bit more compact, so I guess it wasn't as difficult to fit in the parcel box. So I don't want to open it just yet. I'm just going to leave it sealed until I come to do this, but it looks, from the back of it, you can see it glowing in the dark, and it looks really gorgeous, like it's going to be a really fun one. The artist is, now then, let me see if I can pronounce this right, Eva Nikolskaya. And it's got a beautiful red and blue dragon, and a purple one there, and a blue one there, and they're sitting on top of their dragon treasure, or dragon hoard. as the title of the puzzle suggests. So I'm looking forward to trying that one as well. Thank you so much, Sybil, for sending me those. Now I'm going to push these forward a bit, and I'm going to reach around the back of this stack of puzzles here to show you some that you probably won't be able to see. And we'll start with these. So these are Ravensburger Moments puzzles. Now what we've got here is, I'm going to just move these actually so that you can see a bit better. What I've got here are two 300-piece and one 200-piece puzzle. The Ravensburger Moments, they're smaller puzzles. I really enjoy Ravensburger Moments. They're such fun wee puzzles to do. These came as a surprise, another gifted bunch of puzzles. One of my members, Lesley, who's from the UK, she sent me an email and said she had a White Mountain puzzle that I could have a go at if I fancied it. It's a Halloween themed puzzle called Mr. Bones. Now, although I haven't officially shown that in a haul yet, you'll have probably seen it because I'm actually building it at the moment on my Thursday live streams. So that one is, as I say, White Mountain. And it's really fun so far. I'm really enjoying it. Slightly on the bigger side because it has large pieces, but it's a 1,000-piece puzzle. And she asked me specifically if I wanted that puzzle. So I was like, yeah, I'll give that one a go. It looks really fun. It's a seek and find puzzle. I'm only going to show you pictures of it here because at the moment the box actually has pieces in it. I've sorted the pieces for the live stream, so I can't show you the box, but I'll show you a picture of it. And there's a sheet of paper inside that tells you all the things you can find in the puzzle. So I think that's going to be a really fun one once it's done and we can sit on the live streams and find the different elements of the puzzle. What I didn't know was that these puzzles were also coming along with that Mr. Bones puzzle. So she sent that puzzle and she also sent these, and these were a wee surprise. So I was really, really happy to get them. We'll start with the 200-piece one. This one is called Bamboo Panda. And it's very bright, very vivid colours, really gorgeous image, and really fun to build. I've actually built this on, it was a members live stream that I was doing it as a test, I think. I was testing out my new camera. I wanted to see if it was, if I could get the settings right on the new camera and just make sure I could use it for live streaming. Anyway, all of that aside, I was doing a live stream just for the members that was just purely a test for that new camera. And I built this puzzle on that test. It was actually the perfect puzzle to build for it because of all the bright colours. It really highlighted the colours really nicely. So I have built this one, but it's so much fun and I'm keeping it because these little moments puzzles, I find that I can build them again and again, just as relaxing wee puzzle snacks. I think that they're great for that. So that's the first one. Then we'll do this one because this is another one I've actually built. This is a 300-piece one and it's called Kaleidoscope Kitty. It's actually quite tough, this puzzle. It's the box is a square, but the puzzles themselves are rectangular. Sometimes they're portrait, sometimes they're landscape. This one is portrait. So the flowers that you can see above the cat's head, there's actually a lot of them. They go right up. And the cat's pretty easy to put together, but then all the flowers, they take a little bit longer. Looks really cool when it's done though. And I did this during one of the live streams. Now then, which one was it? I finished one of the puzzles. I think it might have been the Pokemon, the Buffalo Pokemon puzzle. I finished it quite early on in the stream and I had some time left, so I built this one. So you can see me building this one, as I say, not shown it officially in a puzzle haul yet, but it has been on the channel and it has been built. So that's that one. And then this one I haven't built yet. Looking forward to doing it though. This one is called Peace, as in P-E-A-C-E. And it's another 300-piece one. This one's a rectangle but in landscape orientation, but as I say, you can just see it as a square picture on the front of the box. But it's a Buddha statue basically in an autumn forest. So very, very peaceful image. It's a very apt name for it, and I'm looking forward to building this one at some point in the near future. Now, the rest of this pile that's hidden behind here are all part of the same category, let's say. So I'm going to just grab them all in one go and show you them. So these are the puzzles that I decided to purchase from Ravensburger UK, and they're from the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship 2025 collection of releases. I left a lot of the 1,000 piece puzzles alone, but I did get one because I really liked the image of it. The rest are all 500 pieces, and again, I only got the ones that I really liked, and it was the unreleased ones that I went for, because obviously there were a lot of puzzles this year with them having that scenario where you could make a choice as to which puzzle you did. There are a lot of other puzzles that I wanted, but I knew I could get those at some point. You know, they were available to be purchased from all over. These were limited, for a limited time available to purchase, so I went for just the unreleased ones. But anyway, basically I got all of the 500 piece releases except one. I did not go for the Frida Kahlo. I wasn't keen on that image really, but the rest of them I got, so I'll show you them, just go through them just now. So this one is Paris Rainbow, and this one features artwork by Florent Baudart, and it's a portrait orientation one. Then we've got this one, which I absolutely love. Now, this one you may have seen, I actually built this recently over the course of 2 live streams. So when I finished my life puzzle, my 3,000 piece life puzzle, which I was building on the lives on a Saturday, I had some time left, so I started this one. Now, I sort of overestimated how much time I would have, so I only managed to finish about half of this puzzle during that, and then I stopped the stream. But I finished it off during my Thursday live stream on the Mr. Bones puzzle. So I didn't speedrun it, just did it for fun, and it really is a fun puzzle. In fact, I think this is probably my favourite image from Worlds. It's so cute. It's called Furry Friends, and it's by Daniel Decker, and it's like graffiti art, and it's got these cute little animals in their clothes and hoodies, and looking quite cool. So this is a really fun one. But as I say, if you want to see me building this one, I built it over the course of 2 live streams. So that's that one. This one I have also done, but I haven't put this in a video. I'll probably do it again, and I'll probably speedrun it again. I used this one for one of the UK Jigsaw Puzzle Association online competitions. They're doing a series of them at the moment based on the world's puzzles, and this was one of the solos ones they were doing, using the rules of Puzzle Chicken. So this was actually my very first attempt at Puzzle Chicken. I can tell you that I did it in 1 hour and 9 minutes, but I predicted that I would do it in 1 hour and 5. I wanted to be a wee bit more on the ambitious side, because that was my first time doing this puzzle. I have not done this before. Others in that competition had done it several times, so they could predict shorter times. Others in that competition are also way faster than me, so, you know, they could predict shorter times anyway. But I knew realistically I could get this puzzle done in about 1 hour and 15. I thought 1 hour and 10 would probably be closer to the mark, but I wanted to push myself. So I opted for 1 hour and 5, and I was like 4 minutes off, so I wasn't too far off. I was pleased with that time, but yeah, the chicken caught me, unfortunately. Anyway, it's called Blossom Walk. Very pretty puzzle, another one of my favourites from Worlds. I really did like the new releases at Worlds this year. I thought they were really good. As I say, I got them all except one in the 500 piece count. So again, this one I will do again and see how I fare just doing it against the clock, you know, without any kind of Puzzle Chicken shenanigans going on. But a really nice, fun one. This one I'm really looking forward to. This is Cute Kawaii Chaos, and the artist for this is Leon Roma. It's a collage of kawaii characters, basically. It's just lots of things, all with cute faces on. So there's various foodstuffs, there's a pencil, there's an artist palette, there's just all sorts of things going on here, and they've all got cute wee faces. Lots of little things as well. Like, this would definitely make a great pick and place puzzle. I'm not sure how fast I would be with this. I think I would probably be on the slower side. Having said that, and that's based on my performance doing images of this type, having said that, this is more cartoony, so maybe I would find it a bit easier, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to trying to speedrun this and see how I get on with it. It's so cute. Whatever time I get on it, I think I'm going to enjoy this puzzle. And then we have this one. I can't remember what category they all came in. This one was the Solos final puzzle, I know that much. And it is called Puzzle Community, and it's by the artist Jean Julian. And this is the image. Does not look like an easy one. There's a lot of dark colours on this, but I do love the way they've gone with a puzzle theme with it. The fact they've got, you know, people with puzzle pieces and everything. I really like what they did with this puzzle, so I'm looking forward to giving that one a try. And then this was the one and only 1,000 piece puzzle that I got. This was the Pairs final puzzle, and it's just simply called Speed Puzzling. So very much in the similar vein to the Valladolid puzzle last year, which I also got from last year's competition. This one is speed puzzlers inside the dome, and they're all puzzling away. You've got a big banner there with, it says speed puzzling, and there's a lovely gradient. You can see the roof of the dome here with all the shapes, kind of like bubbles, the arched doorway and everything. It's very bright colours, and that's what drew me to it. I really did just like the colour palette of this one. I thought it was a fun looking puzzle. So that's the only 1,000 piece puzzle I got from Worlds this year. So I'll keep in line with the 500 piece puzzles, and I'll move over to this one here. This was also one of the puzzles used at Worlds, but I didn't get it along with those that I just showed you. I got this more recently, and I bought this specifically for another one of the series of competitions that the UK Jigsaw Puzzle Association are holding. So they're going on through October and November, so I actually don't have to do this until the end of November. This is just a solos competition, no puzzle chicken involved, just a normal speed run. And it's the Circle of Colours Animals puzzle. There are a few Circle of Colours puzzles at Worlds this year, and I do want to get some of those at some point, but I bought this one specifically for that competition at the end of the month of November. It's by Janine Bethan, and I'm really looking forward to giving it a try. I've heard that this is one of the more doable, slightly faster Circle of Colours puzzles to try for speedrunning, so I'm looking forward to giving that one a go. If anybody's interested in those UKJPA online competitions that they do sometimes, have a wee look at their Facebook group. That tends to be how I find out about most things. They put up posts on the UKJPA Facebook group and let you know about competitions going on in there. The website is also looking really good now. They put a lot of the competition news and stuff up there as well, and it gives you the rules of Puzzle Chicken, which is handy because for the longest time I did not understand what Puzzle Chicken was. But if you're in the UK and you fancy joining in with any of those, then check out their website and check out their Facebook group. I'll link them in the description. Right, so now I'm going to move on to kind of the Australian segment, I guess, of this puzzle haul. There are quite a lot of Australian brands represented here, and I have had puzzles gifted from a few of my Australian members, which has been really, really lovely. And it's great, honestly, to be able to have some of these brands in my collection because they're not that easy to get hold of here. So I'm just going to start with this smaller one at the front. This one is a 1,000 piece puzzle. It's by a company called Blue Opal, and it's called Byron Bay. So the artist for this is a chap called Stephen Evans, and he is a Sydney-based artist, and he's done a series of puzzles with this company showing various kind of landmarks basically around the Sydney area. So it looks like a really fun puzzle. It looks like it's going to be great to do. I can't wait to try all these new brands. I do enjoy trying new brands, and I'm really looking forward to it. So that was the first one I had to show you from Sandra. Then Sandra also sent, I think these came with the Blue Opal puzzle, because she sent me a couple of different parcels. These two puzzles, now I had never heard of this brand at all. I had heard of Blue Opal, I think, but never heard of this at all, and I am extremely intrigued by these. So, these are called Vizzles Visual Puzzles. Now, I have to say that slowly because if I try and say it fast, it just doesn't come out my mouth. It's a bit of a tongue twister. So, they're like mystery puzzles, I guess you could say. They're basically a puzzle with a bit of a difference. So I'll start with this one. This one is series 2 and it's called Mysterious Museum. And on the back it says you finish your puzzle, which I believe is the image on the box. Then you have to open the envelopes that are inside the box and you have to find all the riddles, and then you solve the riddles and you locate the answers and unlock the mysteries of history. So this is according to the wording on the box. I'm certain that the literature inside will give you more information about what you need to do. I'm like the image of this one. Now it's pretty obscured here. I don't know if there's a poster inside. I'm not even certain if the image on the puzzle is the same as on the box, but I would imagine it will be similar. It's quite cartoony. It just looks fun. It looks fun. I don't know if these would maybe make quite good live stream puzzles, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. Like, maybe they would make better video puzzles. I'm not sure. And then I saved this one till last because this one looks to be kind of like a special edition. This is series 4. It's called Alice in Wonderland and it's a mirrored limited edition. Look at that. How cool is that? It's like holographic. And I don't know if it's a similar kind of twist or if it's a slightly different type of puzzle within the puzzle, but it says you finish your puzzle, you open your envelopes, find all the riddles, solve the riddles and locate the answers on the artwork. So yes, so it's same idea, I think. I guess they're the same, but this one is limited. This is a mirrored one, so this one looks really good fun. I honestly can't wait to try these. As I say, never heard of Vizzles before I actually got hold of them myself. And yeah, can't wait to give it a go. If you've heard of Vizzles or you've done one, let me know what you thought. What did you think? I would love to hear. Leave your answer in the comments. So they were 2 other gifts from Sandra. Another gift from Sandra, again, I think this might have come along with the Vizzles puzzles and the Blue Opal. This is a Reverie puzzle. Now, this is actually the second Reverie puzzle in my collection, but I haven't done the other one yet, so I've still never done a Reverie puzzle. Most Reverie puzzles, if not all of them, I think, have some kind of theme around books. So this one is called Rainbow Library. I love the colours in it. It's a cosy room, basically. The walls are lined with shelves and they're kind of in a gradient. So your top row of books is sort of red, then you've got orange and yellow and so on and so forth moving down. You've got a wee doggy there. There's a lady on a ladder picking out a book and it just looks like a lovely cozy image. The artist for this one, it says Sydney Dean. And then the last 2 Australian brand gifts from Sandra are these 2. Now, again, you may have seen one of these. This one here, Autumn Delight. I actually put this in a poll recently to see which one out of this one and the White Mountain Mr. Bones that you wanted me to do for my Thursday live streams. Mr. Bones was voted, so this one is going to be a video puzzle. They're both Tanya Wicks puzzles. You won't have seen this one yet. I haven't shown this one yet, but it came at the same time as this one. To summarise, really, Tanya Wicks is shutting up shop. She's closing her puzzle business. She is a photographer and her puzzles are based on her photography. I have done one Tanya Wicks puzzle. It was kindly gifted to me from her. It cost quite a lot in postage though, because obviously it's an Australian brand, so it cost a bit to get over here, but it was so worth it. I loved the puzzle. I really enjoyed building it. It was the Citrus Burst and it's actually now in a frame on my kitchen wall. When I heard that she was closing, I really wanted to try and get hold of another one, at least one, before she shut up shop for good. So I got in touch with Sandra because Sandra had asked me, you know, if there were any other Australian brands I wanted to try, to let her know. So I said, oh, would you mind getting a couple of these Tanya Wicks puzzles for me? There were a lot already sold out by the time I came to look at the website. She's selling a lot of her stock, and a lot of the ones I liked were already gone, but there was still a lot left that I really liked. So I got this Autumn Delight, which, as I say, you might have seen. put it in a poll against the Mr. Bones puzzle. I also got seed pods, which I really like. The colour palette of this one, it just looks, it's just kind of mellow, and it looks like a relaxing puzzle to do this one. So I'm really looking forward to doing these. I really enjoyed Citrus Burst. So happy to have a couple more Tanya Wicks puzzles, especially now that I know she's stopping. So thank you so much for sending me those, Sandra. I was so happy to get these, and I really appreciate your help with getting those across to me. Now, Sandra has sent me other puzzle gifts, which I will come to shortly. They're not Australian, so I'm going to kind of deal with them separately, but remaining in the Australian sort of vibe, I'm going to move over to this one, which was a very special gift from Slytherpuff and Gryffindork, who are mother and daughter duo. They're both members of the channel, and they wanted to send me this puzzle around about the time of my birthday. They were so excited to get this to me. It's an Australian brand, it's a Harlington, and it's massive. I don't know if you can tell from here, but this is a 15,000 piece puzzle. I can't thank you so much, Gryffindork and Slytherpuff, for sending this to me. Just your generosity. I was actually worried at first when they told me they wanted to send me this, because I thought, oh gosh, it's going to cost a fortune to get from Australia to me, and it's heavy as well. Like, I had trouble lifting this up on the table. It's actually a surprisingly small box for a 15,000 piece puzzle, but it's heavy, and I was like, oh please, you know, don't send it if it's going to cost you a fortune in delivery. Apparently it wasn't too bad, but yeah, I really appreciate you sending me this. I'm so happy. I mean, you know me, I love my large piece counts. I'm slightly nervous about the image. It's called Disney 100 Celebration. It's a gorgeous image. What makes me nervous about it is that it's a large piece count and there are a lot of dark areas in this puzzle. So essentially what you've got here is you've got Mickey and Minnie dancing in a ballroom. You've got, it's like a chessboard style floor, black and white squares. There's these lovely trees in the background. They look like Christmas trees. And then you've got the characters standing like as an audience around the side. There's like stage lights here, and at the front here you've got like the director and everything, so it's kind of like a show they're putting on. There's this lovely area of blue in the sky here. You've got this lovely yellow in the chandelier. It's a Kincaid image, so it's very sort of, it's very it's got this kind of hazy feel to it, sort of very fantasy-like, which I don't mind that element so much, but the dark areas really are, they're making me nervous. But I do honestly, I believe this is in 10 bags of 1,500 pieces. So I think that it's going to be more doable in those size sections. I'm not going to mix this puzzle. I'm just going to enjoy it in the bags. But I think that once it's finished, it's going to be so stunning. I really can't wait to see it. I've never done a 15,000 piece puzzle. This is the first one in my collection. There aren't that many 15,000 piece puzzles, as far as I know, if there are anymore. I've no idea. But just, it's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. And it's going to be one of my first steps into the world of Thomas Kincaid. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I do like Kincaid images, but it's that hazy quality about them that I think makes them just a little bit more challenging as puzzles. But I think it's going to look lovely when it's done. So thank you so much, Gryffindork and Slytherpuff, for sending me this one. So I'm going to put these over here now. What I'm going to move on to now is the other gifts from Sandra, but that aren't Australian brands. So that is this one and these two here. All three of these are the same brand. Now, Sandra was quite keen for me to try a Schmidt puzzle, and she said to me, I'd love to send you one. Which ones do you like? And she was talking specifically about large piece counts. This was the one I picked for the large piece count. It's a 6,000 piece Schmidt puzzle, and it's another Kincaid. So I have two Kincaid puzzles now in my collection, and they both came relatively sort of like close to each other. Like I got them in sort of rapid succession. I've always liked this image. I've been hanging my nose over this image and I've just not pulled the trigger on it. I don't particularly know why. Just, I guess because I've got so many puzzles to do, so I don't necessarily kind of launch out and buy one if I like the look of it. But as soon as she said, "Can I get your large piece count, Schmidt?" I knew which one I wanted to get. It's Alice in Wonderland, and it's the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. And it looks bright and colourful, it looks fun, you've got all the characters, you've got the table set out, there's some fireworks up here. Again, quite dark around the edge. I don't know if that's a thing with Kincaid, like framed in sort of shadows and then this bright area in the middle. I'm not sure if that's maybe a theme of his, because that is similar to how the big one is. You've got some kind of light here where the light's shining on the trees and things like that. So I'm not sure how difficult the dark areas are going to be in this puzzle as well. So we'll see. I guess we'll find out. I'm really looking forward to doing this one. I think this looks like such a fun image by Schmidt. And then these two puzzles are also Schmidt puzzles. This was a smaller Schmidt that Sandra picked out for me, and it's a Rose Khan image. Rose Khan, as you know, she did the 6 portals puzzle, the 7,000 piece puzzle that I'm currently building on the Saturday live streams by Ravensburger. And that's actually the first Rose Khan puzzle that I've built, that I'm currently building. I do have another Rose Khan artwork puzzle. I've got the 4,000 piece Tropical Dragons, and now I have a 1,000 piece Schmidt Rose Khan puzzle. I mean, her artwork is fantastical, so it's totally up my street, and I know that I'm going to do a lot of Rose Khan puzzles in the future. I just know there'll be a lot more to come. So this one came as a surprise, so I was really pleased when I saw this in the box. I was like, oh, that's gorgeous. As I say, it's a Schmidt. Now, it's got an odd name, and I can't remember what it is now. It's very annoying. Gosh, my memory's like a sieve. It's called Nightly Dragon Competition. But funnily enough, I was a bit confused by the title because it says nightly, but you've got this definite day-night divide going on here. You've got like a daytime scene here with dragons and a nighttime scene on the other side with dragons. And I was thinking nightly competition. So what's the daytime element, kind of, how is that involved and stuff? So I actually asked Rose this question, not during my Saturday live stream. I did a test live stream. I tend to do my test live streams for members only, and I get all the feedback from them, so they can be a bit chaotic sometimes, and this particular one was. I didn't build a puzzle during that live stream, but what I did was I had some Rose Khan artwork nearby that I could ask her about, and one of the things I wanted to ask her for definite was, where does the name of this puzzle come from, and what does the daytime side of it indicate? And what she explained essentially was that different puzzle companies change the name. So this is Schmidt, and this is what they chose to call it. Other puzzle companies actually call it Dragon Race Into the Night, which makes a lot more sense to me, because it's like the dragon race starts during the day and they race into the night. So it's, I don't know, that title made more sense to me than Nightly Dragon Competition. I'm not sure. Apparently, you know, the companies will change the name depending on what they think is going to resonate better with their buyers, I guess. So Schmidt clearly knows what they're doing, but that was something that threw me a bit. So it was actually really nice to be able to ask her that question, and she was able to explain to me what it was called in you know, originally. So it's actually been amazing having a lot of contact with Rose and being able to ask her about a lot of this artwork, and now I have a 1,000-piece puzzle of hers to try as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's beautiful, beautiful image. So I'm just going to take a second now, actually, on the subject of Rose Khan to mention the 6 Portals puzzle. Ravensburger recently released 2 7,000-piece puzzles, a brand new piece count for them, and one of them was the 6 Portals puzzle. Now, I haven't officially shown it in a puzzle haul, which is why I wanted to just show you a picture of it just now. But you won't be unfamiliar with it because I have already started building it on the live streams. I did my week 1 of it last Saturday, and I have another one coming as I'm recording this tonight, part 2, because it's Saturday right now. It's been really fun to build so far. Again, an image that's right up my street, full of fantasy, full of colour. I'm really enjoying it a lot. And Rose is actually dropping in on a lot of these live streams. She's going to chat with people. She chatted with a lot of people during the week 1 live stream, and she'll drop into the chat sometimes if she can't make it sort of visually. But it's been really, really lovely being able to talk to Rose about her artwork. You definitely get a lot of insight into her thought processes and her inspiration and stuff. So yeah, so I have also got the 6 Portals puzzle, but I have actually already started building it, as you may have noticed. But on the Schmidt side of things, this is the last gifted puzzle from Sandra that I was going to show you. Again, it was another surprise that came in one of the boxes, and it's a Lord of the Rings Schmidt puzzle. So it's in portrait orientation, and it's like a poster, like a promotional poster from when the Fellowship of the Ring came out. So the title of this puzzle is just the Fellowship of the Ring. It's not called the Argonath, which is initially what I thought it might be called, because that's what the picture depicts. The 2 big statues of the kings holding their arms out, and it's like a gate that they sail through in their boats at the end of the Fellowship movie. But it's not called the Argonath, it's just called the Fellowship of the Ring. And yeah, it's a beauty. It doesn't look easy though, I have to say. I think it's going to look cool when it's done, but it doesn't look easy. There's actually writing at the top, but you can't see it too well. It says the legend comes to life, just in the sky there. So hopefully you'll be able to see it in the picture. But yeah, that was a surprise. You know, I was a Lord of the Rings fan. So I just want to thank Sandra so much for this gift as well. Thank you. I've just been talking about the 6 portals and 7,000 piece puzzles, so I feel like I should move on to this one just briefly. As I said, Ravensburger released 2 7,000 piece puzzles. One was the 6 portals, which we know about, and the other one was this one, which I also have. Now, I bought this puzzle, but it was purchased with birthday money from 2 different sources. So I'm going to thank my mum and also Matthew, who both sent me some money for my birthday, and I used it to get this puzzle. So I was so happy to be able to get hold of this. It's called Whispers of the Forest, and the artwork is by Claudia Schmidt. Now, this puzzle looks a lot harder than the 6 portals. I don't think this is one I would mix. The 6 portals I would consider mixing. I haven't mixed it because I'm building it on live streams, but I would consider mixing that puzzle. This one I don't think I would. There's a lot of dark areas, but the wolves are just so gorgeous. I love wolves. They've got like a seasonal kind of colour palette to them, and their fur is like leaves almost. So you've got this orange one here, which is kind of autumnal, and then you've got like a winter one here, which is more blue. 2 green ones here, that one's a bit darker, that one's a bit lighter, so you've got the kind of spring and summer represented, and then you've got this wolf in the middle, just looking all gorgeous and lovely, and it's such a nice image. I knew as soon as I saw both of the images that were coming out, I knew I wanted both of them, and now I have this one as well. So at the moment I've got the full collection of 7K puzzles. Who knows how many more they're going to release, but certainly so far I am loving the images on the 7Ks. They're just so nice. So that's another one of the 7Ks by Ravensburger. And that leaves 3 more, one of which you can't see. I will do that one at the very end. But before I get to that one, let me show you these. So this puzzle here is the 1,000 piece Clementoni puzzle called Downtown. Now then, Downtown is an image by Ciro Marchetti, and it has been done as a 6,000 piece Clementoni puzzle. I also have that. It's up on the top shelf. You can't see it at the moment, but it's way up on the top shelf. And I've had it for a while, and I'm really looking forward to doing it. I'm going to be doing it pretty soon as a series of puzzle along videos. It won't be live streams, it will be videos, and it will be like a puzzle along. What I quite enjoy doing with large piece counts is doing the smaller counterparts to them. Large piece count puzzles will often have smaller versions of them. I've done a few, like the Disney Orchestra, for example. I've done that. There's a 1,000 piece version of the playing cards Piatnik puzzle. I've done that, and I quite enjoy doing that. So I wanted the 1000 piece downtown puzzle, but it was proving not that easy to get hold of. I'd sort of not been too actively looking for it, but I was starting to look into it because I knew that building downtown was coming up soon, and I was thinking I'd really like to get it. But it's just not overly common really now. Anyway, I was extremely fortunate to have Sam over. We were discussing Puzzle Camp and how we're going to sort that massive puzzle. And she brought this along with her and said I could have this. It's a sealed copy of it, and she got it from Vinted. I was so impressed. I was like, oh my lord. Honestly, the bargains you could find on there, it's crazy. But I was so happy to finally have a 1000 piece version of the Downtown Puzzle, Ciro Marchetti, by the brand Clementoni. So this one's going to get done relatively close to the time I do the big version, which is up there. So I can't wait. Thank you so much, Sam. And this one was something I bought for me because I think the image is fun and I think I'm just going to enjoy it. So it's called Universal Monsters. It's a 2000 piece Ravensburger puzzle. It has all the monsters from the classic movies. So I'm going to read the back of the box here because it's actually got pictures of them on the back of the box and it says the names. So it's got the Invisible Man, it's got the Bride of Frankenstein, it's got Frankenstein, it's got Dracula, it's got the Mummy, the Wolfman, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. Now, it's really brightly coloured, it's a collage, it just looks so fun. And I've been wanting it for a little while. I had a look on Amazon and they did have it, but it was going to take a little while to come. It wasn't going to be till sort of into November. So I found another website and I got it a bit sooner because I've kind of wanted it for around about Halloween. Now, I have no idea if I'll even get it done by Halloween. It might be one that I'll have to do next time around. I don't know, but I just love it. I'm so glad that I have it now. This puts me in mind, I get a bit nostalgic with this puzzle because although I've not seen any of these classic movies, there is a movie I used to watch as a kid quite often called The Monster Squad, and it had a lot. It had Frankenstein, it had Dracula, it had the Mummy, it had the Wolfman, and it was one of the movies of my childhood, and that it reminds me a bit of that as well. So there's kind of a nostalgia there with it. But yeah, so that was the second to last puzzle that I wanted to show you. And the last one I want to show you, the reason it's not on the table is because it's big. Of course, I'm going to have a giant puzzle to show you in one of my puzzle hauls, and I've already shown you a 15,000 piece puzzle, so you're probably wondering what it is. Well, I will reveal all. Here it is. Or rather, here's the lid to the box. I could not lift it up on the table because it's a 42,000 piece puzzle. Now, I was just talking there briefly about Puzzle Camp when I mentioned that Sam had come over. And Puzzle Camp, if you don't know what Puzzle Camp is, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I know a lot of you will, but if you don't, I put up a video all about Puzzle Camp. It's an international puzzle-along event that I am holding here in Stirling. It's an in-person event, and I put a video out about this, and I give all the details about it. So it is something that I'm inviting you all to come along to. This is the puzzle that we're doing, the 42,000 piece Around the World puzzle by Educa, with artwork by Adrian Chesterman. So, as I say, go and check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. If you are interested in Puzzle Camp and you don't know what it is, go and have a look at that video. Also, I would encourage you to join the Discord server. There is a channel in the Discord server for the Puzzle Camp. We're calling it Puzzle Camp. It's got a kind of a longer, more official title, but for short, we're calling it Puzzle Camp. There's info about it in there as well. So that is the place to be if you want to get the latest on Puzzle Camp in the Discord server. So if you click the invite link in my description to this video, that'll take you there. Anyway. The reason I have this puzzle isn't because of Puzzle Camp. Sam said we could use her copy for Puzzle Camp. I have mixed the bags of that puzzle, and I now have half of that puzzle ready to sort in the run-up to the event. Sam has the other half. So officially, the puzzle was never mine. I've never owned this puzzle. It was Sam's copy, and we're doing it for Puzzle Camp, and I only have half of it now. So this is my own copy of it. This is now in my collection. This one will not be getting mixed. This one will be built in sections. It's a gift from Clark. Thank you so very much, Clark, for sending me this. Clark is actually building this puzzle at the moment. He's finished one section and he's about to start on his next section. And he very kindly offered to send me this puzzle, and I said, yeah, please do. It was a puzzle that I always envisaged having at some stage, but it wasn't on my immediate radar because I'm working on Wildlife. Now, Wildlife is almost finished, but I've also got that massive Ravensburger over there still to do. So it wasn't something I was in a huge hurry for. Of course, Puzzle Camp came as a bit of a surprise, and now it's all going ahead. This puzzle is very much in my life. So I've ended up with this puzzle much quicker than I thought I would have it, but I'm over the moon that I have it now. What I would really love to do with this is build at least 2 bags before Puzzle Camp starts. So I may not get round to 2, I may just manage 1, I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of puzzles to do, I have a lot of content to make. Puzzle Camp's in July next year, so I have some time, but it really is crazy how fast time flies by. And, you know, I realised that I still haven't done whatever puzzle it was that I was supposed to do. I mean, it's crazy to think I've been working on Wildlife for 3 years. It's just insane how fast the time goes. But at the very least, I would like to, my goal is to have done 2 bags of this before Puzzle Camp. And what I would really love to do is just familiarise myself a bit with the puzzle. I obviously, the other puzzle for Puzzle Camp is mixed. I'm not going to have full familiarity of it, not like I do with Wildlife, but just some getting to know the puzzle would make me feel a lot better about sorting the Puzzle Camp one and about actually doing it at Puzzle Camp. And so I thought, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I'll have another copy and I will do it in the bags, in the sections, which I can manage in here. It will fit on my table. I could not build a mixed copy of this on my own in this flat. I just couldn't do it. But a whole bunch of us from all over the world doing it over 2 weeks at Puzzle Camp sounds great and it sounds fun, but I do have to sort half of it. Sam also has to do the same thing, so that's going to be part of my preparation, basically. And that's the story behind this puzzle. So here it is. I'll show you it again. Just lift it up. The 42,000 piece Around the World puzzle by Educa. It is now going to take pride of place in this corner where Wildlife used to stand, but I don't have the box for that anymore. That's away. So it's now going to stand over there, waiting to get done in the run-up to Puzzle Camp. So very, very exciting things to come. That's it. That's all I had to show you. A lot of puzzles just there, but oh, I can't wait to do all of them. All of them. Oh my lord, I have so many. I have so many. And I can't wait to do every last one of them. And oh dear, there's too many puzzles and too little time. Too little time. Well, not too many puzzles, just too little time. Just too little time. Not enough me's. I need lots of me's as well to do the puzzles. Alright, I shall leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed that. Please leave your comments about these puzzles, about any puzzles that I've mentioned. If you have any questions about Puzzle Camp or Discord or anything else, please do leave a comment below. and I will do my best to get back to you on that. And yeah, if you've not subscribed to Vicky Makes and Builds yet, please do subscribe. There is loads of content on here, lots of fun things to find. If you liked the video, please leave a like. It all really helps the channel and increases engagement, and it puts me in good standing with YouTube. So please leave a like and a comment. If you fancy joining Vicky Makes and Builds as a member, I would really appreciate that extra support. Thank you so much to all my current members for all that extra support. I do put up members only content fairly regularly. There are members only live chats, there are members only live streams, there are members only videos. There's all sorts over in the members area, so maybe think about joining Vicky Makes and Builds as well if you're interested in any of that extra content. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.